let's start with our first questions. So I would like Mr. Shahid to respond on this, that how we can use our resume or CV to make an impact and stand out of the crowd. And why does ATS score play an important role in getting job? And here I would also like to add that some people get confused in resume and CV also, and some people write it in from full form. So
Yes.
if you can just put a light on this point also, and then relate it to the point that how it can stand out, how can create impact. Because normally I used to say it, it is when you apply for a job and you are not being selected, it's not you, it's basically your CV which is being rejected. So if you
Exactly.
can put more light on this.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you again for having me here. So yeah, I would like to talk about this. So on this question, like this is from job seekers' perspective. So whenever we are applying for any position, and so there are millions of candidates competing for that position. So we are in a competition there, and everybody wants to stand out in the crowd. And so there are some things we have to keep in mind. So based on the experiences that hiring managers have shared with us, so working as a recruiter, so I will say like if our resume is telling a story, so that would definitely be helpful. So in US we talk about like we call it resume, and in Gulf or Middle East, so they mainly call it CV. So it's used interchangeably. So no need to confuse yourself. So it's actually like who you are, what you have done so far professionally, your education background, and the skill set that you have. So coming to the question like how we can use our resume to make an impact and stand out of the crowd. So um, like as I said, like if our resume is telling a story, something that we have done unique, or for example, if we have built something that is like something value adding to the table, or if we own something, and or if we have like done anything interesting or worked on a unique project, so we should definitely mention that on our resume. So let me give you an example here. I, as a recruiter, so there are like other recruiters who are like currently either available in the market looking for a job, or some of them are already employed. So if somebody asks me like, "Hey, what do you do?" And if they ask about my resume, if I'll mention that I'm hiring or recruiting people, so that's my job actually. So it's not talking about something that's adding value to the process, or something unique that I'm bringing to the table. So what I can do here, if I'm like working on a unique project, for example, we are working on diversity, equity, and inclusion, so DEI. So if I'm working on that and I'm like working as a subject matter expert there, so I can add that thing to my resume, because nowadays recruiters who are aware of DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, so they are given preference, because now companies are like they want to hire more diverse workforce, and
Mhm.
they want to have more people like from different backgrounds, from different with different skill set. So I think this is just an example how we can like make our resume look better, and that will definitely help us to stand in the crowd. So to cut it short, I would say if our resume is telling a story that, hey, I'm something who's working in the talent acquisition domain, and I have been involved in these projects, and I am a part of DEI, so I'm a part of recruitment strategy and innovation. So this is something that could add value, because there will be other recruiters like competing with me for this particular position. So if I want to stand out, I should definitely use these tactics if I have been a part of any of these unique projects. And then the second part of the question is, why does ATS score play an important role in getting a job? So if we talk about the current scenario, since we have like the topic is modern recruiting or hiring process. So nowadays, hiring managers or hiring authorities or companies that are recruiting, so they mainly rely on automation. So earlier, we used to screen, we used to gather applications like manually, but now we have ATS. So applicant tracking system is there. So that is something that's helping both employers and somehow job seekers as well.